Alright, yeah, I got something here we're going to do a little short series on. You know, a lot of guys have been wanting me to do some kind of engine work and stuff, you know, because I've been doing a lot of work on the F100, but I figured I'd restore this little thing here. It's only a 5S, but it's a little unique because it has a lever start here, and it seems like it's all here. Matter of fact, must have been a lawnmower because it has this control here, and like I say, it's a hand lever. I wouldn't say these engines are rare, but they're not very common. You know, you go to a show, if you see 50 5S's or 6S's, you're lucky if you're going to see one of these with the hand pull. And like I say, the hand pull here, you know, you used to grab it instead of having a rope here, a rope start or a kick start or something. You just grab it, yank on that, and it would start, you know. Boom! So I was thinking maybe we'll get this cleaned up and restored and get it ready for the shows, you know, give the kids something to play with. I don't think this is the air filter that goes on here. I think this might be old enough to have the old acorns. But like I say, it looks like most of it's here. I really haven't looked at it too well. I couldn't open the tank here, so I don't know how good the tank is. But I did notice it doesn't have any compression, so that's probably just a stuck valve. That shouldn't be anything, but I didn't check for spark or anything like that. But anyway, yeah, like I say, most people never even seen one of these on your regular 5S's. I got one here on the ground over here. The original 5S's, you always see this hole here, and everybody always says, what's that for? Well, that's for a kickstart or the hand lever start. And very seldom do you see them, but there's one right there. So, what do you say? We're going to try and make this a short series, maybe 2-3 videos or so, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But, you know, maybe 25, 30-minute videos. So, we say we start tearing it apart. A lot of people are probably going to ask, you know, why don't you finish the projects you have and everything? Well, you know, projects like this, this flywheel engine here, you know, that's a project for me and Mike to do together. And then me and Little Dirt Bike have projects we do together, and the F100s, we all do that together. So this one here I'll do myself, and it'll give some of the guys something to look at, because they've been wanting engine videos. So we'll do something with this. All right, you know what? I didn't even look at the number. I have no idea what year it is. I can't even see the number on here, but I do know it's a 5S. So it's funny, most of the 5S's I do, they all wind up being like 1952s, and I think they made them from 48 or 49 into the 60s, or 59 or something. But you know what? I just noticed something. Let me squat down here. I set it probably off a lawnmower, and here's a decal down here. Eclipse. And I think Eclipse was a lawnmower. But looking at it, it's blue, and it has a sticker here and everything, but looks like somebody painted it with a brush. You know, after seeing the decal down there, see how they painted around it. So we'll clean it up. We'll probably make it black like it should be, and make it functional. Bring it to the show for the kids. Alright, let me go look up that number, find out what year it is, and then we'll start tearing it down, alright? Alright. Yeah, I wrote the serial number down. I cleaned it off and wrote it down, and went and checked it, and there it is, 799905. And you know, I was joking, said most of these that I work on are from 1952. Well, this was built in February 1952. That's odd, you know. I mean, I've worked on hundreds of these, and very few of them are other than, you know, maybe 5 of them have been 1952s. And they had a good run. They made them from June of '49 to June of 1957. So it's not like they weren't making them. All right, let me put this up on a tripod, and we'll start tearing this down. All right, Let's start with the shroud. Seems like there's only one bolt holding it on. The other bolt is there, but it's loose. So whatever we're going to see together in this thing. If I notice something, I'll point it out to you. The shroud's in pretty good shape. You know what? Let me go get a bucket to put the nuts and bolts in, and then I got this bin here for the big parts. But let me get something small for the little parts. I'll go away. All right, I'm back. I keep small parts in a little thing like this. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, the shroud's sticking, which means the flywheel is magnetic. That's good. And probably pretty dark for you guys, but looks to be in pretty good shape. We do have one dent. One dent we'll have to take out right here, but not bad at all. Okay, let's take the head off next. Well, you know what? Let's take the air cleaner out of the way. Get this out of the way. You know, this, like I said, this don't look original. Because look how long the stem is up here. I don't know if you can see that. I'm going to tilt you back. See how long the stem is? You shouldn't have that much sticking out. Maybe it's not screwed in all the way. I don't know. Sorry about that. Let me put you back where you were. Because the whole thing is coming out now. So, yeah, it still wouldn't have been that much. Okay. I'll have to look into that. Like I said, I think it should be an acorn. Alright, what else are we going to do? The head. Yeah, it looks like the spark plug is half in, half out. Don't look like a vintage plug or anything. So somebody had their hands into this. Okay, they seem pretty tight, so when I get something like this, oh, okay, that won't be big. Okay, cut down on some time. Yeah, some of these are pretty tight. Let me loosen these all up, and then I'll get them just about ready to come out, and then we'll turn you back on. All right. Yeah, before I unbolted that head and everything, I figured put a plug on here and check the spark, and even spinning it that slow. We should get something, but we're not getting any kind of spark at all. I'm even holding it. I got gloves on, so that don't matter. Well, we don't see a spark, so that just means dirty points or something. Common when you get an engine sitting this long. Alright, let's take the head off and see what we got here. A lot of people wonder why I don't use a gun like most people. I'm not in a hurry. I don't mind when I see someone take these apart with a gun, but when I see them zip them back together with a gun, you know, that's a little concerning. That's just a bracket to hold it to the mower. You know, it was just for that particular mower. We're probably not going to put that back on. And these are special washers here. You see how thick that is? They're tough to get. And when you do find them, they're pretty expensive. Alright, two more. Hang in there with me. Hang in there. Just got two more. That one's missing a washer. A couple of more. So this thing has been around. Alright, you zoomed in there. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, it wasn't too bad. Get this out of our way. Put that in a big box. Take this off. It is a little crusty. It's a lot crusty. I don't know how well you guys can see that, but that's a lot of carbon. A lot of carbon. Okay, the head gasket's on our side. Sometimes it's tough to tell. Alright, now let's check the valves. Well, the valves are working. Piston's working. Must not be seating very well, or else... Wow, they're pretty tight. Huh. So in that case, I'm wondering maybe the rings are stuck on this. Piston's nice and tight in the sleeve there. Wow. Can you see the carbon on top of that? Maybe I'll take you off before we send you home and scrape that and show you how bad that is. Alright. Let's take, well, I guess we'll take the flywheel off next. Alright. Yeah, I went over to pick a wire brush here, clean off the threads to look at them. And these old ones, you gotta look at them and check, because sometimes they're regular thread, sometimes they're reverse thread. So I could tell by looking at this, it's a reverse thread. But for someone that's not used to looking at threads, if you just have a regular normal bolt sitting around, just look at it and compare it, you know. Now on a regular bolt, these the threads are on an angle, you know, and they're pointing towards the left. On these, on this one here, it's pointing to the right. So if it's different, and you know that this one's a regular thread, then you got to go with that. Another thing, when you take these flywheels off, this is a nice flywheel. There's no broken fins on it or nothing. Worst thing I see is when somebody breaks a fin for no reason. First thing they do is stick a screwdriver in there, and you know, they pry on it, and you know, that's almost a guarantee to snap them fins off. But if you just take like a piece of wood and stick it right towards the back of them fins, that'll hold that. That should hold that enough to. Alright, this engine, I'm gonna leave that there. But that piece of wood will break before the fin. So let me see if I can hold this down. I'm gonna try and stay out of your way here. Maybe if I go over here. Okay, that wasn't too bad. You see, these things aren't that tight. They are not tight, so you shouldn't have any trouble loosening these. Even when they're rusted on, they're not that bad. Okay, this one's still pretty rusty. That's your tip of the day. Just get a piece of wood. Okay, I don't want to take that nut off because I want to tap on it. I usually try to make them flush. That gives you as many threads as possible. Alright, let me get a big screwdriver, sit behind there, and then we'll tap it off. Alright, let's stick a screwdriver in here just to try to apply a little pressure. I'm just going to tap it, keep it. Give it a little tension. Then you hit the bolt. There you go. I actually missed the bolt and just clipped it, and that was enough to loosen that up and take that off. So like I said, there's not much holding these on. Yeah, the reason I'm taking the flywheel off now is so I can take the coil off, because the coil is hooked to the points. You got a little wire going down there. And let me hold this over here. Okay. Hey, somebody had the washer on backwards. These washers are convex or concave, depending how you look at them. And whoever put this on last put it on wrong. You're supposed to have the high side to the top here, to the nut. That way when you screw down on it, it keeps tension on it. So somebody put that on wrong. I'm not pointing any fingers, but just pointing out. You know what? Let me get a rag. These flywheels, when you look at these flywheels, there's a little place on there. Looks like it might need a seal, or it was leaking oil or something one time. But I don't know if you can see it, but they have little circles here. You look around to certain circles, and they'll have numbers in them. Okay. I don't know how well you can see that, but I'm going to turn these around so I could actually see it. And look at it closely, because it's funny what they did on there. You know, it says 1952, but it actually looks like they took a 5 and put it upside down. And I've seen that all the time. We see that. You go. Let me come in slow. Go this way. Can you see that? It's 1952, but it's like a 5 and a 5 upside down and inside out. So you think a company that big would have a 2 they could have used? Oh well. Like I said, it's common to see that. Alright, let me clean all this up a little bit and then we'll continue on. Alright, let's take our 1/4" nut driver now and take the cover off of the points here. See how they look. It's funny, I was looking at the shaft here, this crankshaft, and it's beautiful, man. It's shiny as can be. It's like brand new on there. Even the keyway, almost like it's been replaced. Crazy. Yeah, it looks fairly new. So you never know, you know. You never know what's been done to these things. You know, they're 65, 7 years old, something, I don't know. Okay, let me lean this back here so you guys get a better look. It's actually pretty clean. Points actually look good. So I don't know why we weren't getting a spark, but we'll figure it out. Huh. Okay. Yeah, it looks like original coil, because I don't know how well you guys can see it. Let me get a little screwdriver here. But they always put a little blob of glue here, and this is pretty hard. So let me pick that out of there, and then we'll loosen up everything and take the coil off. You know what? I think maybe let me lower you down. Maybe you guys can see a little better if you're lower. Hold on. Coming down. Coming down. Alright, how's that? Is that better? Alright, let me swing these around so I can see you. Alright. Let's take this. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I didn't mean to kick you guys. You're just getting away all the time. These are long. These would have been good for a zip gun, huh? Alright, hang in there. We'll get it. Hang in there. Alright. Oh man. Alright, when you take your side off, the governor's going to come off, Governor. That's this little flippy floppy thing here. All that does is when the wind comes off of there, the higher the wind goes, the more that pushes up the throttle. Pretty simple. Had a little crud on that one. Had a little tough time getting on. A little crud. Alright, here comes your governor. The only thing holding that on is a spring now. And this one here got your ground wire. Alright. Before we take this off, you disconnect the points down here. That's where your wire comes through your coil. And that should just pull out of there. That's your condenser. And then you got this little red wire here. You loosen it up, it should come out easy. what? It's going behind my points here. Let me take them off there. So let's hold it in. Should only be this one screw holding this in. All right. Don't lose all your stuff here. Don't lose your screws. Yeah, these points look brand new. They do need a little cleaning though. They do have a little grease on there, but Briggs and Stratton too. See, I don't know if you guys can see that little triangle there. That's a Briggs and Stratton emblem. Interesting. Let's see if we can pull this. Here we go. Oh, I got it. It's only a little bit of glob. And now you take your wire, you pull your wire through. It's a little stiff because it's 60-some years old. Alright, get that out of the way. That goes in the big box. Okay, you know what? Let's go over here and take that gas tank off. Get that out of the way. Usually these aren't too tight. You just gotta slip in. You can't even see it. There we go. I can't see it, but I got it on. Not much room to unscrew it here. That muffler, the muffler's in this broken ass muffler here's in the way. Okay, I think that one's undone. Look at that. Nothing holding on at all. Alright. I'm going to set this aside. I'm going to take the bolt, the screw, put it in there, and set the tank off to the side for now. And we'll take a look at that later. Here's your governor. This holds the other half of the housing on. Okay, we've got all our bolts. Alright. Let me turn it around and just for fun, maybe we'll take the kicker off, the puller. Maybe we'll take the puller off now. Just, I've never worked on one of these with the puller before. Let me look at it. Oh, I see. I think it's got a spring kick here. Maybe that kicks out of the way. No, there's no tension on that. There's to be tension on that. I guess only when you pull on it. Alright, that looks like a 9/16. No, let me see. Yeah, 9/16. Alright, let me get some wrenches. Don't go away. Alright. Yes, a really shallow bolt head here, so let's see. There we go. Wasn't too bad. Huh. There's no tension on that spring, I guess. Only when you kick it or pull on it. I keep calling it a kicker, but it's actually a pull. Looks like a part you wouldn't find very. You see? I don't know if you can see that. See how thin that is? Of course, it can't be more than 1/8 of an inch. And I don't know why. I don't know why they did that. And like I said, I've never taken one of these apart, so let me look at it. Okay. Right off the get-go, I could see I'm going to have to take this the gear off first. I think to get that. Yeah. Alright. This is going to have to come off first to get this off. So let me see. Sometimes this is just held on by an Allen screw in here. Yeah. Okay, but that don't mean it's going to come off easy because it looks like it's paint and every other thing on there. I might have to get a puller for that. Alright, let me get some Allen wrenches. Alright, I'm going to wire wheel off some of the paint here and then we'll squirt it down with some arrow coil. It's going to take a 5/32 Allen wrench here. See how tight that is. Oh, pretty tight, pretty tight. Hang in there. Let's see if this works. No, gonna have to put some leverage on that. Right. Let me get a pipe. All right, I got me a little piece of pipe here. Let's see how this works. Okay, worked pretty good. Okay, it's pretty tough. I want to get that out of there all the way, so let me mess with that and I'll turn it back on. Alright, I backed it back in and I sprayed it with a little aero foil over here. It's good stuff, you know. Everybody says, oh, I use transmission fluid and this, that, and the other thing. It's easier just to grab a can of this for me. So, you know, this is a clutch. It's similar to the clutch on a pull start, you know, where, you know, it can go in one direction. You hear it spinning, and then it catches. You know, so there are kind of ball bearings in here and everything, but you don't want to damage this because I don't think you'd have such a good time trying to find it, or easy time trying to find it. So even I sprayed it down, like I say, I sprayed it down with aerocrol on the back here on the nut, and I'm going to take the nut out and then spray it again. See how nice and easy that come out now? Before it was so tight it wouldn't move. So take your screw out, and then I'll put a little more aerocoil in there, and I think I don't want to beat or bang on it, so I'm going to try and find a small enough gear puller, see if we can slide that off nice and easy like. Here we go. Screw was longer than we thought, huh? Alright, there it is there. Wow. Got a nice little point on there too. See that? You guys, I'll try and come up, sneak up on you. Nice point on there. Don't lose that. Yeah, it's nice and crisp in there too. Like nobody's hacked at it and twisted it off and stuff. So that's good. Okay. Yeah, sometimes it's easier just to mush it, knock that in a little bit, and then you know, work it out. But like I say, I'm gonna fill that little hole with aerocrol. And I'm going to try and find a small puller. Alright, you guys go take a break. Go have a cup of coffee and a little bun, a little muffin or something, and then I'll get back with you. Alright, I found a small puller. It's only 2 jaw, but it should work. It says $1 on there, but I think my buddy Terry gave me these. So let's see what we can do here. Like I say, I juiced it up. Alright. Let's see, I don't know where I can hold it here. I think it's moving. I'm not sure, but I think it's moving. Yeah. Yeah, it's coming out nice. Well, I like it when something works out. There's always a better way of doing something than banging on it and breaking stuff. Nothing worse than working on something where someone destroyed it. Okay. Alright. It looks like a sealed unit, but it's actually not. Looks like, can you see it? Looks like there's a circlip in there. Goes around the inside there. You know, these teeth are nice too. It feels like it's loose and sloppy and broken, but it's not when they're both on the shaft. You know, they're all pretty stable. So, alright. I'm not going to take it apart unless I have to, you know. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, but we will clean it up and paint it and stuff. Okay. Alright, that worked out well, so Now this should come off with no problem, right? Look at that. Look at that. That's got a bushing in there. And it don't look too worn at all. I didn't think of checking what was on there. Yeah, it's in real good shape. Alright, yeah, so far so good. Okay. What do you want to take off now? Alright. Let's take off this back panel here. It's only held on by 4 bolts. So you gotta watch out for these little parts that you don't see. See, like right here. You can pull it out with my fingers. That's a plunger that moves your points up and down. You know, that's the kind of stuff, if you're not familiar with these engines, you can lose. Put that in your little bucket there. Alright, that looks like 7/16. I got 7/16 nut driver here, but I don't know if... Oh yeah, I don't know if I'm strong enough to turn it. I know I didn't drain the oil out of it. I'd rather... okay, we ain't gonna get that one. We get a 7/16 wrench. Okay. Alright, I got a wrench. Alright, I think I'm not gonna take this off next. I think what we'll do is we'll take the pan off next. I'll take these bolts out because this plate ain't gonna fall off. You usually have to tap that off. I'll leave the condenser on there for now. You guys gonna remember where all this stuff goes back? Alright, there's only 2 bolts holding this crankcase on this thing down here. That's why I don't drain it, because you take that off and then just dump that instead of waiting for it to drain. Alright, I'll try to turn it around here so you can see. Maybe you can see. Can you see? This here you have to use an open end because the box won't fit on there. And this shouldn't be too tight. Oh, but it is. Son of a gun. Let's do one little hammer. These have gaskets, so they shouldn't really be too tough. It's tough. I got no one to hold the engine for me here. Oh man, this side ain't that tight. Alright, this side ain't that tight. It's just cracked loose. Phew. You wonder what people are thinking when they put these little things together. It's going to be a long bolt, so hang in there with me. Okay. I don't see much oil in there at all. Okay, turn these around. Let me see if I can get this again. I'm going to turn these off and loosen that. I'll come back. Alright. Yeah, I had to put that in the vise just so I could get some ass behind it, you know, because I couldn't hold it and put some leverage on the wrench. But once I had that in the vise holding it, that's what's nice about having a big vise. Once it was in the vise holding it, it was okay. There's a long bolt too. I don't remember this one being that long, but it's about 1.5 inches. Okay, there's oil on the bolt, so that's good. Alright. That bottom should come off. If I can try and lift this with one hand and then just tap that. There we go. Wasn't much of a tap, was it? Alright. Let's sit that there. Okay, I don't know if you can see that, but there's oil in there, but not much. It don't look too bad, don't look too grungy down there. But that doesn't mean anything, you know. That just means somebody had drained it recently and tried to get it running. Alright, I don't see any gasket on here, so it must be on the bottom. Now, we said we were going to try and take that off, didn't we? Let me sit this. Let me get rid of this. Let me get this out of the way before somebody knocks it over and steps in it. Alright. Let's see if this will come off. Yeah. Yeah, you don't get crazy with this because this is some kind of pot metal. That's how easy that should come off. Okay. Now, we can turn it upside down and get a look-see at it. Okay. Wow. Everything's nice and tight and clean in here, so you don't know what the problem was. Let me take this off the tripod and get a look at it. Okay. Let me turn the light on. There we go. Yeah, the inside of this looks beautiful. You know, the cam lobes look good. And the connecting rod, from what I could see, you know. But the cam, the gears look good and everything, and the gear on the crankshaft look good. And even the crankshaft itself, I don't know how well you can see it, but the whole thing is nice and shiny and smooth. No rust, no nothing on it. It's beautiful. These marks here are the marks from that little piece of fiber. Matter of fact, let me turn it right here. You see there's a flat right here on a crank, and that's what opens and closes your points. That little fiber thing runs on there, so I don't feel anything at all. There's no groove or nothing there. Yeah, this looks like it's going to be a beautiful engine. Even the gasket. There's the gasket on the bottom. I'm going to try and peel that off, and I'll probably reuse that. You know, a lot of people frown on that, but that's a good gasket there. No need to make one. You make a new one, they leak. Alright, you know what? I don't know how long this video is, but how about we put this in a vise, and we'll try and take this muffler off. We'll probably have to get a pipe wrench on it and rip it out. So we'll take that off, and then maybe we'll call it a video. So let me put this back up on a tripod and move you over to the vise. Alright, yeah, we got you into the leather jaws here, so we're not damaging nothing. I don't know if you can see it, but there's like a little square nut on here. And that's a lock nut, so we'll try and loosen that up. I was going to say I don't think it's moving, but it's coming off. Actually, you don't have to take it off, you just have to loosen it. There we go. We'll try and get a pipe wrench on there. I think this one here's a little too big. Or maybe we'll have to get this out of the way here. Alright. Yeah, my battery died there. It said 10 minutes. And all of a sudden it clicked off. Because I've been checking, I know it was getting low. But I usually don't let it get down below 15 minutes because I know how it's not that accurate. But and I got a few pipe wrenches here, and I tried them while you guys weren't looking, and they don't seem to be working. So this one here seems to be grabbing the best, which isn't really doing anything. So what we do now is we rip the cover off and crush this and get it with a, make this flat, and then try and get it with a regular adjustable wrench. And then after that, I guess we'll try something else. But for now, like I said, I don't know how long this video is, but it's probably pretty long. So we say we call this one done for now, and then I'll take this off when you're not looking. And then we'll continue on later and we'll take the piston out. Hey, you know, didn't I say? Can I turn that? Yeah. I was going to show you how much crap was on top of that piston. I got a little baby chisel here. Look how thick that is. So that's been carboning up quite a while. Alright. What do you say, guys? Enough of this? Alright. See you in the next one.